A jury in Connecticut on Wednesday ordered InfoWars founder Alex Jones to pay $965 million in damages to the families of 8 Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting victims and a first responder for falsely claiming that the December 14, 2012, massacre in Newtown was staged. The 6-member panel took 3 days to return its unanimous verdict at Connecticut Superior Court in Waterbury, which is about 20 miles from the school. Jones, who testified in person at the trial late last month, was not present in court when the verdict was read. The month-long trial featured often emotional and tearful testimony from victims' relatives who said they have been tormented and threatened by people who believe the lies spread by Jones and his media company Free Speech Systems, which operates the InfoWars website. Mark and Jackie Barden, whose 7-year-old son Daniel was killed at Sandy Hook, testified that people had urinated on their son's grave and threatened to dig it up to prove he was still alive. Robbie Parker, whose 6-year-old daughter Emily was killed at the school, testified about the repeated harassment he received after InfoWars showed a video of him smiling just before a news conference the day after the shooting. Proof. Jones claimed that Parker and others were crisis actors. It would come in these waves, Parker said of the harassment. It was almost like I knew when Alex Jones said something, because we would get a huge wave of stuff. Jones appeared on the witness stand just once when he was called to testify by the plaintiff's attorneys. In his testimony, Jones said he was done saying "I am sorry" for his role in spreading lies about the massacre. He declined to present a defense, and his lawyers rested without putting on evidence or witnesses. Outside of the courthouse, however, Jones called the legal proceedings a show trial and kangaroo court, aimed at putting him out of business. Jones lost 4 defamation lawsuits filed by Sandy Hook families late last year. The trial in Connecticut was the second of 3 trials for juries to decide on how much money Jones must pay in damages. The latest verdict comes 2 months after a jury in Austin, Texas, where InfoWars is based, ordered Jones to pay nearly $50 million in punitive and compensatory damages to Neil Heslin and Scarlett Lewis, whose 6-year-old son Jesse was one of 20 children killed in the attack. 6 educators were also slain. In that trial, Jones sought to portray himself as a victim who had been typecast for claiming the shooting was staged, and said that he now believes the massacre actually happened. It's 100% real, Jones said on the witness stand. Later in his testimony, however, Jones added a baseless caveat to his concession. "I think Sandy Hook happened. I think it was a terrible event," he said, adding, "I think it was a cover-up. The FBI knew it was going." A third such trial, also in Texas, is expected to begin later this year.